The question is that the bill be now read a second time. Mr. Alex Yam.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, I support this bill. Urban planning engineers often refer to the maze of pipes and conduits in shallow urban underground spaces as the spaghetti subsurface problem, a crisscrossing multi-layered mess of water pipes, sewers, gas conduits, power lines, telephone and television cables that sit below many of our road surfaces today. Many would also have encountered the constant sight of digging, resurfacing, and redigging of the subsurface by multiple agencies and companies in the past. So the CST, or multi-utilities tunnel as they are called overseas, offer a sustainable solution that permits simple and safe operations on the infrastructures, avoiding recurring street works that are necessary for direct burial trenches. However, CSTs face a key barrier, the high upfront infrastructure capital costs involved, as well as the time required to build such a structure. I'm given to understand that the two phases of the Marina Bay CST, or MBCST for short, had planning begin as early as 1998, and coupled with the district cooling plant, base infrastructure costs has amounted to over 330 million so far. As such, I would like to ask the Minister what have been the key challenges for the construction of the MBCST. Has the construction faced difficulties, thus leading to the prolonged construction period? Has maintenance of the tunnels been difficult for a largely reclaimed Bay Area? With the area also fast developing, has right of access been an issue so far that the Ministry has had to deal with? What has been the feedback from current building owners that have to provide access to ancillary facilities of the CST through their buildings? Has there been resistance from utility providers? And has there been an increase in initial investment costs for laying of cables and pipes compared to the usual trench burial method? It is right that with such a large capital investment and a large number of utilities that the CST supports, that the government regulates and sets down as law the guidelines for access and adoption of use by building owners and utility providers. However, as CSTs are not new in the international sphere and have been planned for in Singapore since the late 1990s, is there a reason for the long time lapse before the introduction of this bill before the House? Is it in response to violations or potential violations? Last year, the Minister also announced that by 2019, that the URA will be releasing the pilot projects under the Underground Master Plan. Does the Ministry see the CST as a future model for new developments, both commercial and residential, as well as redevelopment sites? Jurong Lake District has been identified as one such area for the introduction of the CST, together with the Punggol Digital Corridor. Will the Ministry also consider residential towns, such as in Bidadari, Tengah, and the freed-up Paya Lebar Air Base, as new areas for the introduction of CST in place of the traditional trench burial techniques? How will the Ministry ensure that there can be economies of scale, considering the very high upfront infrastructure costs that accompany CST projects?